I'm Nate with the BMW blog, and this is the 2024 BMW 750e. Though this is the plug-in electric hybrid version of the luxurious 7 Series, it still features 483 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Though today I'm not testing out its power, I am testing out its range. We've tested out this 7 Series quite a bit now, so if you're looking for a full review of driving characteristics, we'll list a few of those videos at the end of this one. Today, I am going to test out the efficiency because that is what a plug-in hybrid is all about. I have it currently in the efficient mode, and I'm doing a lap around Seattle with a combination of highway and city driving to see what kind of economy this can get. This being a big car at over 5,600 pounds, the hybrid is a good way to improve its fuel economy. I'm doing my best to drive as efficiently as possible. On the highway here, I am doing fairly well. I am averaging about 3 miles per kilowatt hour, and it says my MPGe is 99.5. Mostly electric power over the last 19 miles so far, which is quite efficient. I'm showing a little bit over 50% of my battery left, so we'll see how that battery goes down as we continue this road trip in efficient mode. Now, we just drove into Seattle metro area, which is a designated e-drive zone in the iDrive system. So therefore, the drivetrain automatically shifts into electric drive only. The sleek, curved BMW display features hybrid-specific digital displays. This shows you your E-range, your electric motor output, your charge status, and other important information. Now, one thing I've noticed that even though I have all this display showing me tons of information, driving in efficient mode, one of the most important things would be the indicator on how efficient I am driving. And I've noticed it's just a small little arrow on the power meter on the right side in the corner. It's not even a different color to stand out. You really have to kind of look for it to see if you're driving efficiently. I can add an efficiency meter in the head-up display, but it's a weird little triangle thing, and I'm not sure quite what it's telling me. The bar goes up and goes down. I guess the higher it goes up, the more energy you're using, and the more it goes down, the more you're recuperating, but it's not giving me an indication on what's the best way to be driving. It's just kind of telling me what I'm currently using. It is kind of a perfect day for a range test as it's in the mid-60s with overcast, so I'm not having to really bump up the air conditioning and fan to keep it at a nice 72 degrees in here. I do have it on just so that to keep things consistent and comfortable, and most people will have AC on. I just passed 36 miles on this trip, and that's significant because at the beginning, that was my expected EV range. Now I have about 7 miles left, and we will see when the engine kicks in and starts helping out with this range. One thing to note is the average US driver only drives about 30 to 35 miles per day, depending on where you're at. That is exactly what this EV range is. For the most part, the efficient mode has been running the 750e in EV mode. After 41 miles, my EV range is now just 1 mile. So I have a feeling it's going to kick on that motor any moment now. And as you would expect from something like the 7 Series, you don't even notice when the engine kicks in. The gauge changed. That's about it. Other than that, it's still whisper quiet in here. All I hear is those high performance all season tires. Can't get much more comfortable than the 7 Series right now. It is just so smooth and quiet. They've definitely learned a lot from Rolls-Royce because it's just so smooth. I didn't even notice that engine kick in. As I stated earlier, I exhausted the battery in the 750e in 42.2 miles, which is 6 more than what is stated on the spec sheet. Definitely more than the average American drives on a daily basis. Thus, if you want, you can just drive this in EV mode all the time, if you drive the average distance. If not though, this is a PHEV, and I have now reached over 75 miles, and I'm averaging 62.2 miles per gallon, which is quite impressive. Obviously, that has come down quite a bit since the engine has kicked in. Spec sheet here is saying I'm averaging 5.8 miles per kilowatt hour, which is very impressive. But like we said, this is now in hybrid mode. 61.3 out of a 7 Series. Pretty sure most people would take that all the time. When this 750e was first dropped off for me, I was a little hesitant to call it the best of both worlds due to its hybrid drivetrain, because I did go out and use up its EV range quite quickly. But that is probably due because it was quite warm outside. I had AC blasting, seat ventilation on, and of course I was enjoying the BMW drive. But if you drive this 750e as if it is a 7 Series, where you're just out for the comfort, the cruise, luxuriousness of rolling along at a comfortable speed, then this is actually quite efficient. Now, who is this car ideal for? It's ideal for those people who are looking to obviously own a luxurious 7 Series, but those that maybe don't have a very long commute, so they can utilize the EV function on a daily basis, but also go on those road trips down the coast or out to your summer house and have a little bit of a range anxiety. So you don't want to get that full electric like the i7, but you want to have an efficient vehicle. This has been very impressive in the efficient mode. I'm now at 88 miles on this current road trip of highway and city driving, and I'm averaging 56.7 miles per gallon right now. For a vehicle of this size and this kind of luxurious comfort and performance, that is quite good and tough to beat.